we're talking about caulking and the fact that most caulking that is used on commercial vehicles, be it a trailer, box truck, 53-foot tractor trailers, are all done with a silicone-based caulking. The silicone is put in to seal water from getting up behind things like this trim molding. That silicone, just because I cut this caulking away on both sides and remove it so that I can install these graphics flat to that seal, doesn't mean that the silicone residue is gone. It's still there. It takes a chemical to remove it. And customer expectations. This customer came in with this vehicle. Underneath this vehicle is yellow, and he didn't want to see it. The problem with that is we put it down over top of the caulking like he asked us to, but as you can see, no matter how much heat, post pressure you put on it, it doesn't matter. It's still not stuck to that silicone, and if you lift it up to the silicone edge, you can still see yellow behind it. What we are referring to when we say if we put vinyl over top of caulking, even if it's been heated and baked down, what's going to happen over a course of time is, as you can see, it doesn't stick to the silicone residue. Even if there isn't silicone there anymore, if silicone once was here, there's a residue and it has to be chemically removed. The only options we have is to remove this and the silicone residue before we install, so that this will go all the way to the edge of this, or you install it and you cut it back to past the silicone. The standard practice on any commercial installation is to cut this back to the edge of the silicone that is there, with the expectation that the customer knows that it's being left on this vehicle. The other way is to remove the silicone to the edge first and then do our installation. When you're done, you come back and caulk over top of it. And then you've got a sealed edge again so water's not getting behind your rail. The problem is that we have to remove the silicone, and we have to teach the customers that this is an issue for the longevity of what they're purchasing. This vinyl will fail. What happens is when people are installing the caulking, if they're not putting an even bead, the edge of the caulking isn't even either. And even if it wears off to an edge, you still have a little bit of vinyl like this that I just run that tuck tool under, and I can still get in here and cut back past the edge of that caulking to make a real clean line so that the adhesion is to the flat and to the surface, so that now we don't have to worry about vinyl not sticking anywhere on this surface, but it is stuck to the bottom of where that caulking edge is. And sometimes, like you can see, it's not a pretty straight edge like we like, and it shows yellow behind it. This is the expectation that we need to address.